Hello all, welcome to our channel Dili Pathshala. Today in this video we are going to know about how to do predictions using the signs and the bhavs or the houses of the Kundli. And today in this video we are going to discuss about the 10th house of the Kalpurush Kundli, that is sign Capricorn. And what effects does Capricorn sign give when it is present in the different houses of the birth chart? So, let us first see what are the special features that belong to the Capricorn sign, and then we will one by one see its predictions in all the houses of the birth chart. Capricorn sign is symbolized by an animal that is half aquatic, which lives in the water, and half looking like a scapegoat, or we can also say crocodile. So the first characteristics of the Capricorn sign is that the people belonging to the Capricorn sign, they are very still. They seem to be doing nothing, but they are always focused and oriented towards their goal. Also, it is ruled by Saturn, which is the slowest moving planet of all. Thus, the people that are ruled by the Capricorn sign, they will be very slow moving. It may seem to us that these people are not doing anything to achieve their aims, but they will be very focused and oriented and hardworking too in order to achieve their goals, but they move slowly and steadily. They plan their activities accordingly and achieve their aims. Also, the Capricorn sign is the 10th house of the Kalpurush Kundli, and as we know, the 10th house of the birth chart is signifies our profession, our livelihood, and are all karmas. Thus, in whichever house this Capricorn sign is present, the person will be eager to do work related to that house or those relations. Capricorn sign is represented by the earth element and it is ruled by Saturn. So these are the things we have to keep in mind about the sign Capricorn. Now we will see one by one of what predictions we can do with Capricorn sign in each and every house of the birth chart. Capricorn sign in the ascendant shows that the native will be very slow working but will be very hard working and focused on his aim. It may appear to the other people that he is very slow moving or may not be doing anything for his aims to fulfill his dreams and achieve success, but he will internally he will be very focused and uh, always be thinking about achieving his aims. Also, it shows that the person will be very hardworking as the karma rashi, or we can say the karma bhav of the Karpalush Kundali is sitting in the lagn or the ascendant of the native. The native will also be attached to the old things and old memories. He will never be able to let go of the past that he may have gone through. Capricorn sign in the second house of the birth chart shows that the native will always remember whatever he said in the past. It will always be in the memory of the native. Secondly, the native will be very hardworking and focused towards accumulating wealth because the Karam Bhav of the Kalpurush Kundli is sitting in the house of the accumulated wealth, in the house of the speech. Thus, the native will be very careful in whatever words he is speaking and he will be a slow speaker as well. As the second house also shows one's family, thus it shows that the native's family will be very focused, hardworking, and goal oriented towards their work. Capricorn sign in the third house of the birth chart shows that the person will always remember old to old communications that may have occurred with him, and he will be very careful of his communications and he will be very thoughtful of whatever he is speaking and communicating with others. Also, it shows that the native will be very courageous and hardworking towards whatever goals he want to achieve, because the courage uh, house of the birth chart is containing the karma bhav of the Kalpurush Kundali, the sign of the karma bhav. As a third house denotes younger siblings and those friends whom the native helps, thus such people they will also be very goal oriented, hardworking, always ready to work towards achieving their aims. But they will appear like they are not moving at all, they are not doing anything, but they will always be internally focused towards their aims. Capricorn sign in the fourth house of the birth chart shows that the native will be very oriented towards achieving or making his own house, own conveyances, or we can say purchasing their own house, their own conveyances, all the comforts and materialistic things they want to achieve in life, and they will be very, very hardworking towards achieving these goals. It shows that the native will always be eager to work for his mother. It also shows that the mother of the native will be very hardworking and focused towards achieving her aims, but it might appear that she is not working at all or she is not moving at all, but her whole focus will be on achieving her aims. It may also show that the native will be attached to the old house of the native and the old conveyances that belong to his family. Capricorn sign in the fifth house of the birth chart shows that the native will get the children very slowly, but he will always be focused and working towards achieving, or we can say in getting children. The same we can say about the learning of the subjects. The native will be very slow in learning of subjects, but he will always be very focused and oriented towards learning new things. He will remember old to the oldest learning that he may have gathered in his life. It also shows that the native will be very focused in doing work for his children, or the children of the native will be very goal oriented and focused towards their work. Capricorn sign in the sixth house of the birth chart shows that the native will always be focused and oriented towards getting rid of diseases, getting rid of debt or the enemies that may have appeared in his life. Also, it shows that the maternal relatives of the native will always be hardworking, focused, and oriented towards their aims. It may appear to others that the native is not doing anything to get curb of his disease or to get repay his loan, but he will always be thinking in his inner mind about all these things only, like debt, diseases, enemies, etc. Capricorn sign in the seventh house of the birth chart shows the native will always be focused and thinking about his partners or spouse or getting recognition from the mass public. All his work and hard work will be oriented towards achieving these goals. It may appear to others that the person is very slow in choosing his partners or spouse, but inside his mind, the native will always be thinking about these things. Capricorn sign in the 8th house of the birth chart shows that the person will always be working in order to increase his longevity. He will always be thinking or focused about how to overcome the sudden things that may appear in his life. Or we can say most of the hard work of the native will be focused on getting rid of or overcoming the sudden incidents that have happened in his life, or about the research also, as the 8th house also shows the research. Thus the native may always be oriented or working in order to do any particular research in a particular subject. Capricorn sign in the ninth house of the birth chart shows that the native will always be working and focused towards religious activities or enhancing his spirituality or spiritual life. He may also be focused in doing work for his father or his teacher or guru, we can say, as a ninth house denotes father and guru. It also shows that the native may not be appearing religious from outside, but from inside he will be very focused towards his religion and his father and guru. We can also say that the father or guru of the native will be very focused and oriented towards achieving his goals, or they will be always be meddled or in some or the other work, means the native's father or guru will be very hard working. Capricorn sign in the 10th house of the birth chart, same as the Kalpurush Kundli, shows that the person will be very focused towards his livelihood, his profession, his karmas, and he will always be doing his deeds related to these areas only, meaning that the native will be performing all his work, all his karmas in order to earn his livelihood, in order to gain respect and good status in society. Capricorn sign in the 11th house of the birth chart shows that the native will be very focused and always be, the deeds of the native will always be focused on achieving his desires and in getting gains. Also, as 11th house is also representing one's elder siblings and such friends from whom native receives help. Thus, such relations of the native will always be very focused and hardworking, and their deeds will be, very goal oriented. Capricorn sign in the 12th house of the birth chart shows that the person will be very, very focused to and always be thinking about his expenditures. He may be slow in doing expenditures, and that it may appear that he do not like to spend much, but internally the native always remain focused on whatever things that are necessary that he need to do expenditure upon. If you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and also tell us that in which house of your birth chart lies the Capricorn sign. If you have not subscribed our channel till now, subscribe our channel Dilip Pathshala. You can also follow us on Instagram handle Dilip Pathshala. Now you can get this consultation, and also you can get a new name by consulting on our given mobile number. At a very reasonable price, you can get a Raj Yog in your name that can make you even more lucky.